you got to stop chasing, and you got to start understanding that when you are chasing women, that is the highest form of repellent to a woman. That's just a reality. Like, women don't want needy men who are like chasing them. What women want to do is they want to take notice of you. They want to take notice of you because you are different than all the other guys. You stand out.
This type of guy doesn't chase women, and I'll tell you why. Number one, if he's really this type of guy, he probably don't have an issue with women. That's number one. Number two, when a man is secure and he's confident, and he's good being by himself, I think a lot of people try to fill up the space because they don't like being alone. This type of guy don't struggle with being alone. So he don't need you. He wants you, but he don't need you. And because he doesn't need you, he ain't gonna chase you. Which, to be honest with you, I think is a strength, because you don't want a man that needs someone.
All right, fellas, today I'm here to talk about the law of attraction. As you saw from that video, a lot of times, a lot of you guys have desperate energy and you guys push, chicks away. Like, nothing repels chicks like desperate energy. That desperate energy shit that a lot of you guys have is because you haven't really found yourself. You haven't found your purpose. You're not comfortable with yourself. And a lot of you guys commenting in the comment section like, oh my God, I'm still not getting choosing signals. This is that. You still have that desperate energy. You see, the law of attraction is, not just about the outside, right? It's also about, the energy alignment, right? So when you are in your masculine energy, when you are the best version of yourself, when you are focused, you're going to have a certain kind of aura. When you have that desperate energy that a lot of you guys have, you're going to have that desperate aura, that dependent aura, and it's going to scare chicks away, right? Like that other video I posted where that dude was approaching that chick. He was very outcome he was very outcome dependent, which is why once you reject him, he didn't just leave and be like, okay, whatever. He was like, what? Like caring about what other people think, right? Because you're not focused on your purpose. Like, here's the thing. Like I said, nothing scares a chick away like you chasing them 24/7. And a lot of you guys have that mentality, that desperate energy, that chasing energy, that outcome dependence. Like, someone in the comments was saying something about like, yeah, body game helps attract the chick, but how do you keep a chick? Or like, that doesn't help keep a chick or whatever. It's like, if you're really truly on body game, you understand that it's more so aura and mindset and your focus, and you're locked in other aspects of your life. So when you pull a chick, you're definitely going to keep her, number one. You know what I mean? Unless you literally just throw everything out the window and you stop working out and you stop doing what you need to do, which a lot of you guys do. A lot of you guys hop into relationships and then you guys stop working out. You guys stop working on your business. You guys stop going out with friends and you just sit on the couch and watch TV. Nothing turns a chick off more than you just sitting on the couch being lazy 24/7 watching TV, just not pushing for your goals, not becoming the best version of yourself, getting out of shape. You know what I mean? Like, that's not why she was attracted to you in the first place. So nothing turns them off like that. That's number one. Right. Number two is a lot of you guys are so outcome dependent. You guys are like, wait, how do I keep her? How do I keep her? And you have that energy. That's what you're thinking. When you're thinking a certain way, you will manifest that. All right. That's why I always say you can't get to your fitness goals until you start thinking that you're the leanest version of yourself, because how you think is how you act. So when you think that you're not, you're not a confident man, when you think that you're not a purposeful man, and you think you're weak and you think you're going to lose this chick, when you go out on the first date, you're going to be thinking in your head like, oh my God, she doesn't want me, I'm going to lose her. And your words and your energy and your mannerisms is going to reflect that. Versus if you go on a date and you're outcome independent, you don't really care what happens. You're going to have more confidence, you're going to be more calm, you're going to be more stoic. You know what I mean? You're going to emit that confidence. So I don't know what it is with you guys when it comes to like saying, oh my God, I want my ex back, or just all this pussy shit, bro. Like, there's no other word to say it. Like, excuse my French, but it's just pussy ass shit. Like, a lot of you guys have that mentality. Like, I mean, I guess a lot of you guys were raised by a single mother, so you never had like that father figure in your life. But a lot of you guys just need someone to be like, hey man, like your ex is over, move on in life. There's hundreds of millions of women out here, bro. Like, why are you so focused on your ex? Matter of fact, my bad. There's billions of women out here. Why are you so focused on your ex? Like, there's one chick. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of you guys are like, nah, I just want her back, or I just want to keep this chick. And that energy of trying to keep one chick is a scarcity mindset. All right. That's a scarcity mindset. Like, for me and my homeboys, usually in our situations, it's like the chick is trying to keep us because we're on our purpose, we're doing our shit, and they have genuine desire. You guys try to overcompensate in so many different ways for this genuine desire shit. If you are saying that, like, you got a chick on a date, but you want to keep her and you want to take it to the next level, if you're trying very hard, you're going to end up chasing. And if you have to chase and try hard, that means that there was no genuine desire in the first place. All right. Because that's not how that shit works. Like I always say, Women are not running from men that they want. That's not how it fucking works. All right, period. So a lot of you guys, you say that I'm on body game, I'm on this, I'm like my aura is good. No, it's not. All right, energy doesn't lie. How you feel about yourself is gonna emit through your energy. So, like I said, a lot of you guys have that desperate energy. Even when you approach a chick, she might give you shooting signals. If you approach her, you know what I mean, and you have that desperate energy, she's gonna kind of feel it. You know what I mean. A lot of you guys are trying to be the one that starts relationships with a chick. Like if you try to lock a chick down, too fast, too soon, you know what I mean? Like you guys went on 3 dates in like 1 week or something like that because you're really into her and you're initiating every single date. She's gonna be like, dang, like this dude like really like needs me. Like, is he not as valuable as I thought he was? She's gonna question your value naturally. All right, she's just gonna naturally, question your value because she thought you were high value dude that had other shit going on. Not necessarily dating other chicks, but you got other shit going on. But apparently you don't because you have all this free time to see her 3 times in a week or whatever, and it's pretty overwhelming because you got to remember she probably has her own life going on and she probably has her own situation going on. So a lot of you guys push chicks away with that energy that I keep telling you guys about, that desperate ass energy that you guys have. And a lot of you guys have that shit in the comment section too. Like you guys are panicking, like, wait, how do you do this? How do you do that? It's panicky energy because you're not doing what you need to fucking do. All right. When you're a man that does what he needs to do, you're patient. You're gonna realize, okay, everything I want is gonna come to me. And that's what getting in shape even teaches you. That's why I always preach getting in shape, because during the process, you can't skip shit. You just gotta be patient. Right. And that patience, that's going to teach you delayed gratification. That's going to teach you that, you win some, you lose some. That's number one. Another thing is, it's also going to teach you how to set boundaries, how to say no, and how you're going to structure your life. Because when you're in shape, you do structure your life to at least a certain extent around like fitness. You always put that as a priority. It's always a priority. Whereas when you're out of shape, it wasn't a priority, right? And that's something that's attractive too, because you got something going on. If you got your own business and you do fitness, you're in shape or whatever, those things will always take priority. They'll always take your focus, and you're going to be going somewhere. You're going to be providing value. You're going to be inspiring other people, and other chicks are going to want you. So when a chick, sees you or notices you, she's going to be like, wow, like, who is this guy? And then she starts to learn more about you and how, independent you are. That's attractive because that's self-sufficiency. A lot of you guys, like I said, you were raised by a single mom, and you hate being alone so much that you're willing to take anything. All right, you're just willing to take anything. You're like, damn, bro, I just broke up with this chick. Like, how do I get my ex back? Or I need to get someone here. I need to get someone here. Like, you're so scared to spend time alone. Like, be comfortable being alone. Once you master being comfortable being alone and doing what you need to do, then the outcomes are way different. Like, not gonna lie, dating when you're not comfortable being alone is pretty stressful, because you're like, yo, I gotta go to the club and I gotta lock something down, or bro, I gotta swipe my Tinder and find something. I need to find something for Saturday night. Like, that's how y'all be thinking. But when that's not a worry, you just be going through life and shit. Like I've literally gotten like choosing signals from chicks and shit like that. And then, obviously I ignore the shit. So then they're like, what the fuck? So then they just pull up on me. They're like, what's up with this nigga? And they'll like say some shit, and then, we'll conversate or whatever. They'll be like, okay, whatever. And they're like pull out their phone, expecting me to either get their number or ask for their Instagram, but I just don't. I just keep walking. They're like, what the fuck? What's up with this dude? Right? So like that's that different energy. Like once you get to a certain level, once you're not on the scarcity bullshit level, like you got to be in abundance, man. Once you're not in that scarcity level, you start being the one that's like testing chicks, and you start being the one that chicks are trying to keep, right? Or trying to like hold down or be in a relationship. Like usually the conversations that I have with my brothers and my friends, which I'm gonna keep having. I don't want to have these conversations with y'all about this goofy ass, like, how do I keep this girl? Usually the conversation is like, yo, this chick, yo, I don't think I want to take this chick seriously, man. She's all over me. This is that, blah blah blah. All that stuff. That's usually conversations we get into. Where like, yo, this chick trying to lock me down, but I don't know, bro. Like, I ain't really trying to do that. That's the conversation I have. Like when you are of value and you are locked in and you are very intentional in what you do and assertive and masculine, the chicks are always going to want to be with you, because feminine and masculine go together. A lot of you guys are very feminine. You're dependent on the girl. You're like, I want to see you. I want to see you. Why are you so busy? To the girl, and the girl's like, what the fuck? Like, isn't he a man? Like, what is he doing? You feel me? But let me tell y'all the story, man. So I remember, shout out to my brother. So I remember it was my birthday, and I was like, hey man, I need you for a 2-man, bro. You know what I'm saying? There was some chick, I was talking to, or whatever. I took a shot, and I can't handle liquor very well. This was a while ago. I took a shot, and I can't handle liquor very well. So I was kind of tipsy, and I was like all over her and shit like that. You know what I mean? And I remember my brother was, they went to the bathroom or whatever. And my brother was like, yo, Like you're looking too desperate, bro. You need to chill out. You're looking too thirsty. You need to chill out. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, yo, shut the fuck up and chill out. Step back, nigga. You looking way too desperate. And then I sobered up real quick and I was like, all right, I gotta lock in. I gotta lock in, yo. So for like the rest of the night, I was just kind of more, nonchalant, and I was just kind of chilling, talking to different people at the bar and shit like that, just relaxing, not being so like up under her, you know what I mean, like desperate energy that I had earlier, because I had to lock in, because we all get into that mode sometimes. And then by the end of the night, you know what I'm saying, it was my birthday, you feel me, but you know what I'm saying, she was all over me by the end of the night. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times, like, I know you guys think it's like, oh my god, I don't want to play those games. That's just how the shit works, man. Like it's just how the shit works. Like if you come off as too desperate, it's literally just like it repels everybody. By the way, desperate energy doesn't just repel, women. It repels men. It repels everybody. Like people don't want to hang out with you when you got that desperate energy, that feel sorry for yourself energy, that lack of self-sufficiency energy. Like no one wants to be around that shit. All right. Like I said, besides that, a lot of you guys, you're very outcome dependent. Like you text a chick and you're like, oh my gosh, she didn't text back. I need her to text back. So you double text her, then you triple text her. Like, she could have literally, like, she's not reading the Bible, you know what I mean? But she could have been linking with somebody else, or she could have been at work or some shit. And if she works in jail, they got to put their phones up, and then she comes back and she's like, yo, what the fuck? Like, you texted me 3 times. Like, does he have nothing else going on? Like, that's literally what it looks like. All right, so you guys need to realize, like, a lot of your issues stem from your energy and your mindset. All right. Your actions are just a manifestation of that. So you guys double texting, you guys saying certain things and having certain mannerisms, it's because of how you're thinking. And that's why you guys are like, wait, I swear I'm doing everything wrong. Right. What's going on? I'm 15% body fat. What's going on? You could be 15% body fat, 10% body fat, but if your energy and your mindset, like if you're thinking in your head, like, oh my God, I'm not valuable, like, I just want to keep one chick. Does any chick look at me? Does any chick want me? If you're thinking that, your actions are going to be like, and then your tone is going to be off, right? Versus if you walk in a room like my brother does, he's always thinking like, yo, I'm that nigga. You're going to have a different energy. You're going to be nonchalant. You're not going to be worried about nothing. You don't care about the outcome, right? Like if you go into a bar, you just want to have a couple of drinks and then you want to go home, relax, go to sleep. That's your intention. Those people with those intentions always get the most chicks. The dudes who go to the bar and they're like, oh, I got to get something. I got to get something. They always have this desperate energy, this chasing energy. That's why when I go to the gym, listen, my first test for a potential friend is like, if we go work out together, if this motherfucker is looking all around and shit, out of there, bro. Never fuck with that desperate energy, bro. I go to the gym and work out not to look at ass. All right, a lot of y'all be in the gym like, yo, look at that, look at that, look at. No, you're gonna scare every chick away, bro. So if I'm hanging out with someone and I go to the gym with them and they're looking at every chick, I'm leaving, bro. I'm leaving. I'm not being associated with that goofy ass energy. All right, like I said, when you chase, you're literally communicating that that person has more value than you. All right, and that's gonna be the biggest turnoff. Like that's literally what it signals. Now, another issue for you guys is you guys haven't leveled up enough, and I'm not even talking about financially. By the way, I know a lot of you guys are gonna say, "Oh, girls only care about money and face." Nigga, me and my homeboys have been in the negatives. We all been in college. We've been in the negatives and shit like that. You know what I mean? Or we had some business ventures, some stock trades and shit like that. We've been in the negatives. Still getting chicks, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Because obviously physique, energy, intention, masculine energy, all of that is on point because that's what really matters. A lot of you guys have money, but you don't have the right energy, and you guys have this soft feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? Like very feminine energy. So it really doesn't. That's not like the main factor. All right, unless you're doing pay for play, that's a whole different thing. I'm talking about genuine desire. I know you guys, a lot of you guys just care about pay for play and shit like that. But yeah, like I said, like you have a lot of desperation when you're constantly chasing the chick, double texting, all that shit. No one wants to be around that energy. All right. Now, like I said, like masculine energy, yin and yang. Masculine energy is all about confidence, stoicism. All right, purpose, direction, and being grounded. All right, feminine energy is going to be drawn to that. So if you are being super, smothering, and you're being super, feminine, double texting and stuff like that, or chasing her out of fear of losing her or something like that, that's feminine energy. She's not going to be attracted to that. She's going to be scared of it. She's going to be running away from it and running towards the masculine dude. All right, that's why they're always like, oh, I like the toxic dude. Because listen, the toxic dude usually doesn't take any shit from anybody, right? And he's perceived as toxic. Like sometimes I'm perceived as toxic, but in reality, I'm literally just doing some business shit, doing my workouts, and I just forget to text back because I really don't care. I don't put it as high value. Like I don't. I even had a chick tell me, right, she I think we were playing, what we were playing? We were playing what's that game called? That game from Target. We were playing that game. Anyways, we were playing that game. I had a glass of wine and she was having like some Hennessy or some shit. And she was telling me, she was like, "Oh my God, like it turns me on so much when you don't text me back." And I'm like, "Why? Like why does that turn you on?" She's like, "I don't know, like everybody else is just like always texting me and always all over me and you just like it's like you just don't give a fuck." And I'm like, "Yeah, I really don't." I just own the shit because I really just didn't give a shit. Like when I see, because I was actually like working. I was working 12 hours overnight, and then I would get off and just go do some in-person training, then get off and obviously post on Instagram and shit like that. So I was like building shit, and that's all I cared about. Like I did not give a shit about like. So I would see her text every once in a while. I'm like, why is this bitch texting me, bro? And then her friends would see me at the gym and be like, "Oh, he's at the gym," and then she would text me, and I still wouldn't answer type shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's like I'm intentional and I'm not dependent on anything and I'm not desperate for anybody. You know what I mean? So I'm in the right energy. I'm on my purpose type shit. You feel me? That's one thing. And another thing, like I said, if you are in that chaser energy, what you want to do, you want to pull back, audit your thoughts, rebuild your center, right? Make sure that you have, gym purpose and a good like masculine group of men. Like I said, like my brothers will keep me in check if I'm on some goofy shit, man. If I'm ever like, yo, I really like this chick, man. I think I'm gonna propose to her and I just met her like a month ago or something. My brother would be like, nigga, what the fuck? He probably blocked me, bro. He probably wouldn't respond. He probably would block me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Especially my little brother. He would definitely fucking block me and be like, what the fuck, nigga? The fuck is this? This can't be my brother. He would block me. Because that's some bitch shit, bro. Like it is. It's scarcity mindset. And a lot of you guys have that mindset. You guys are like, man, I just want to find one chick. Man, I just want to find one chick that's like perfect for me. So then you guys find one chick that pays attention to you. She's ran through or whatever and she's cooked, but you're like, yo, I need something. So then you just hold it down. Like I said, you have to be comfortable being alone, or you can't even really, like, you're gonna be so outcome dependent that you're gonna have the strongest desperate energy in American history. All right, because when you are not comfortable being alone, that means you have to have something right now. Like you have to have the first thing in the club, man. Like you have to have, or the first thing that you see. You know what I mean? And that's another thing with like just cold approaching when you're not attractive and when you're not getting choosing signals. It's like you're just trying to get anything. Like you're like, shit, fuck it, I'll take it if she has one leg. Like fuck it, I'll take it if she has this. Like that's how you're starting to think. You get super desperate. All right, that just reinforces the fact that you don't have it in the first place. All right, so lock in, man. Y'all need to stop being on that desperate energy shit. Anytime I see those comments in the comment section, I already know you're cooked when you say stuff like, "Oh my God, I'm only attracted, like only dudes hit me up. Like I only get attention from dudes, not chicks." You have some goofy ass energy or something. It's definitely your energy, bro. It's definitely your energy. Like I said, all right. And don't come in here with the height shit. All that height shit is dumb as fuck. Listen, before and after I was cooked, I was the same height. All right. Before and after I was cooked, I was the same height. The only thing that changed, not my personality, was watching anime before and after. Just my aura, my physique, and my purpose. That's the only thing that changed. All right, that's literally the only thing that changed. Went from chicks literally going out their way to being like, don't ever look at me. I would just be in Target pushing the cart. They'd be like, don't ever look at me. I'm like, excuse me. They're like, stop. I'm like, okay. And I wasn't even looking at the chick. You see what I'm saying? That's what they used to say. To at that same Target, me walking in, obviously getting choosing signals and shit. The cashier asked for my for my Instagram, but then some baddie that walks out leaves her Instagram on my car. In that same day and shit like that. Like it was just that same Target. Nothing changed except physique and mindset. You see what I'm saying? So it's like y'all need to change your mindset and work on the inner work as well, so your energy can be aligned. All right. If you look pretty swole, you got a good V taper, but you have no fucking aura and you have no confidence in yourself. I mean, within 5 seconds of meeting you, people are gonna see that shit. All right. So lock the fuck in, man.